Hey everybody, welcome to week 2 of my college football picks. Now, last week was the official beginning to the college football season, and for the most part I did pretty good. I missed on my upset, BYU lost to Utah, and I missed out on Oregon losing to Auburn. It was a very, very close game there. But for the most part, my week 1, including the Miami-Florida game and the Arizona-Hawaii game, I did pretty good. I went 22-3 on the first week of the college football season. Not a bad record, I would say, to start the season. Now, the AP poll came out today, a day late because of the Monday night game that took place with Notre Dame and Louisville. So, I might not have the point spread on all the games, but I do have the matchups, and let's jump right into it. I'm going to start with a Friday night game. 24th ranked Boise State is home against Marshall. Boise State is an 11-point favorite. You know what? It's Boise State. I've always liked Boise State. So Boise State's going to get this victory over Marshall. Then we go to the Saturday games. Saturday begins with a very interesting contest. 21st ranked Syracuse is at Maryland. Maryland is a 2-point favorite to beat the Orange. Now, I think you guys figured out by last week's video, I am a fan of the Terps, and I did watch them play. Yes, they won 79-0 over Howard, but that was Howard. They're facing Syracuse. And no disrespect to anybody that watching this video from Howard, but come on. Syracuse. A little bit better than Howard, I think. Maryland 2-point favorite. I'm gonna take Syracuse to win this one. And the only reason I say that is I just don't buy yet into Maryland this season. You could put 79 points on Howard or any team, but your next game is against the top 25 team. I got to go with Syracuse. Ohio State is hosting Cincinnati. Ohio State, number 5 in the country. The Buckeyes are a 16-point favorite. I like Ohio State to win this one. They really shouldn't have that much trouble with Cincinnati. Now, this is an interesting matchup. 7th-ranked Michigan is home against the Army. Michigan is a 22.5-point favorite. Army was a really good team last year, made it to a bowl game. I think they ended up in the final rankings in the top 25 in the country. So that shows you how good Army has been, not only last year, but the last couple of years. But I don't think it's going to be much of a problem. I do like Michigan to win, but expect a good effort out of Army in this one. I think Army's going to make it a little bit closer than what the points or the point spread is saying. 20th ranked Iowa hosts Rutgers in a Big Ten conference matchup. The Hawkeyes are a 20-point favorite, and you know what? I'm going to agree with that. I'm going to take the Hawkeyes to win that one over Rutgers. 13th ranked Utah hosting Northern Illinois. Utah is a 22.5-point favorite. I am not going against Utah 2 weeks in a row. I learned from my mistake. I am going with the Utes to win that one. Then one of the 2 big games of the week. Number 1, Clemson is home to 12th ranked Texas A&M. Clemson is a 17.5-point favorite in this one. They met last year. It was a really good game. Texas A&M almost had Clemson. That's something I don't know if people forget on purpose or accidentally, but Texas A&M had Clemson on the ropes last year. But this game is in Clemson. Texas A&M, I don't think it's going to get that good of a chance. I like the Tigers to win that one. 17th ranked Wisconsin is hosting Central Michigan. Wisconsin is a 35-point favorite in that one. I'm going to take the Badgers to win that one over Central Michigan. Number 25, Nebraska goes to Boulder, Colorado to face the Buffaloes, former Big 8 and Big 12 rivals here. Nebraska is a 4-point favorite, and this is where I'm going to put my upset alert on. I like the Buffaloes to beat Nebraska. I don't think Nebraska was impressive enough in their game against South Alabama last week. It was close for a long time. I think Nebraska's right there in the position for an upset. I see Colorado beating Nebraska. Second-ranked Alabama hosts New Mexico State. Alabama is a 55.5-point favorite. Good God almighty. Yeah, I would better go with Alabama. The question on that one is, do you take the point spread or not? Thankfully, I'm not doing point spreads on this one, but I am going to pick Alabama to win that one. Third-ranked Georgia will take on Murray State. No point spread on this one that I have, but I'm going to go with Georgia over Murray State. 22nd ranked Washington State hosts Northern Colorado. No points, no point line, point spread on this one. I'm going to take Washington State over Northern Colorado. Fourth ranked Oklahoma hosting South Dakota. Jalen Hurts looked fantastic on Sunday. I think he's going to look fantastic again in this one. I'm going to take the Sooners to beat South Dakota. 18th ranked UCF will be at Florida Atlantic. Central Florida is a 10-point favorite. I like the Golden Knights to win this one over FAU. In the other big game of the week, 6th ranked LSU is at 9th ranked Texas. LSU is a 5.5-point favorite. And I know it's only the second week of the regular season, folks, but this could sort of be considered an elimination game for the national championship. The loser of this game is going to have an extra road to get to the college football playoffs. So whoever loses this game, they're going to have to basically run the table and then have some losses on other teams go their way. I know LSU is a 5.5-point favorite, but Texas is at home, and those Longhorn fans are really diehard. I'm going to take Texas to beat LSU. Auburn, 10th in the country, hosts Tulane. Auburn is an 18-point favorite. I'm going to go with Auburn to beat Tulane. 11th ranked Florida hosts UT Martin. No point spread on that one. I like the Gators to beat UT Martin. 15th ranked Penn State hosts Buffalo. Penn State is a 30-point favorite. I like the Nittany Lions to beat up on Buffalo. 16th ranked Oregon hosts Nevada. The Ducks are a 23-point favorite. I'd like to see Oregon rebound in this one this week, and I think they will. I'm going to take the Ducks over Nebraska or over Nevada. Michigan State hosts Western Michigan. The Spartans are a 16-point favorite, and the 19th ranked team in the country, Michigan State, will beat Western Michigan. 13th ranked Washington will take on California. Is it 13th or 14th? 14th, pardon me. 14th ranked Washington will take on California. Washington is a 14-point favorite. I like the Huskies in this one to beat California. And finally, this one is a bit of a toss-up. Stanford, 23rd in the country, taking on USC. USC is a 1-point favorite to beat Stanford. However, their respective starting quarterbacks from last week are not going to play. USC lost theirs for the whole season. Stanford might lose theirs for this week. I'm not really sure, but this is a big game any way you say it. I'm going to say Stanford. I'm going to take Stanford on this one. It's a close one, but I think the Cardinals are going to pull this one out. So, who do you think will win the games this week in the top 25? Leave your comments below. And thanks for tuning into this video, and I'll talk to you guys next week with more college football picks.